EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And off we go here in Tokyo. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dragons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. When you look at this defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Off play action. Fields rolling to his right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
On first down, Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
That is caught. Shoves him aside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On second down, it's Walker. Stiff-armed him. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Dragons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now 14-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New York ready to go again offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here we go, hey.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 127 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jamie Gillendow as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return is Williams. Fights off the defender. Powering forward. A solid stiff arm. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trey McBride and the rest of this offense headed back out now. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their...
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. In possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running right, here's Walker. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On play action, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams from 17 yards out. And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Okay, here we go, boys. Here we go.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Jones. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10. Now Fields. This is taken in by McBride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Running left is Walker. Breaks a tackle. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
There's the stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, Scott.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
All right.
Here's Fields. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
All right.
Walker. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Again, Walker. And he is into the end zone. Ken Walker, as the first half is winding down. And the Dragons will extend their lead here just before halftime. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for second place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Fields. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
Fields now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's caught. Touchdown. Williams, 45 yards. downs. And the Dragons extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49. Giants nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Saquon Barkley, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snap. On that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Elijah Higgins. His first NFL reception goes for 6. Dragons just continue to roll. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Fields. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 53 yards. And the Dragons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Fighting him off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. Fields delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Go. A give for Walker running right, pushing through the contact. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off play action, Fields. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave play.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McBride. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to get this out to the 25. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big man rumble. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated. But at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Jones. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Good.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants going to take over again on offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Throws to his man. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll look to throw again. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no short.